Hey, today I'm going to be sharing 3 powerful leadership lessons from retired 4-star General Colin Powell, so stick around. Hey, thanks for tuning in to join me today. Now, as always, for sales training, for motivational content, and to level up your leadership, make sure you subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss anything. Now, Colin Powell is one of my absolute favorite leaders. And just in case, if you're unfamiliar fully with who Colin Powell is a retired 4-star general from the Army. He was an advisor to the Reagan administration, an advisor to the Bush administration. He was appointed the 65th Secretary of State, and he was the first African American to hold that position. Now, at this point in Colin Powell's career, if the military background and the political background was not enough, he spends time speaking to colleges, speaking to organizations about leadership and how they can improve and how they can see success. So I look forward to sharing these 3 leadership characteristics, these 3 leadership lessons from Colin Powell with you today. So I know in a speech that Powell gave at Colgate University, he reminded students as they'd be headed into the workforce and potentially they'd be leading others, one of the most important things he wanted to remind them was that it was the people working for them that would be getting the work done. That leads me to the first leadership lesson, and that is clarity of purpose. As a leader, you have to be able to communicate clarity. He said this to them specifically. You have to have clarity of purpose. Why is it that you are doing the thing that you're doing? And if you can effectively communicate that to your team, then your people will take more ownership over what it is that they are doing, and they will go after those tasks full force. He then said it's therefore the goal of the leader to put people in a position to succeed, and when they do that, they can achieve the purpose of the organization. Then comes the second lesson. He said you've got to have a vision. For people to achieve the purpose, they've got to have the vision. They have to know what it is. What's the roadmap? Where are we headed? It's not just what are the goals and how does it serve the organization, but what is that vision and what is the reward, not just for them, but for the entire organization, for all of the people that are involved. Because people want to be a part of something. They want to feel the emotional excitement, that sense of accomplishment that goes with being able to seek out and fulfill the vision, and in doing so, be able to pursue their purpose and the purpose of the organization. And the third lesson, and I think this is absolutely one of the most powerful things in leadership that I have learned, and it's when Colin Powell was asked a question on the essence of leadership. Well, rather than me telling you, I'm going to, take it away, Mr. Powell. How would you define the key characteristics of effective leadership that allow you to go and be an advocate for good?
Trust. The longer I have been in public service and the more people have asked me about leadership over the years, leadership ultimately comes down to creating conditions of trust within an organization. Good leaders are people who are trusted by followers. Leaders take organizations past the level that the science of management says is possible. People look to you and they trust you because you're serving selflessly as the leader, not self-serving, selflessly. And that you prepare the followers, you train them, you give them what they need to get the job done. Don't give them a job if you're not going to give them the resources. And that you're prepared to take the risks with them. And they'll follow you into the darkest night, down the deepest valley, up the highest hill, if they trust you. So the essence of leadership is about doing all that the science of management says you can with resources, but then taking that extra step and giving it that spark. And that spark comes from getting people to trust you.
So those are 3 fantastic leadership lessons that I have picked up from Colin Powell over the years. First is you got to have clarity of purpose, and you got to present that clarity of purpose to your people. You have to have a vision, and it is absolutely a leader's job to create trust. So let me ask you, what do you believe are the most valuable characteristics of a really good leader? I would love to hear from you, and whether you are a leader in your organization or you have somebody that you find as a really good example of leadership. I would love for you to share your thoughts in the comments down below, and let's continue the conversation. And for more great leadership skills and characteristics, tune in to my leadership behavior series. I'm going to drop a link right up here, and you can check out all the videos in that series as well. I look forward to talking to you soon, and until we speak next, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day.